What did you make of Cardoso's first season at Sundowns, and does he need to win the Champions League next season for him to stay for the 2026-2027 season?
It's a trophy that we need to lift this year, and not just reach the final. We cannot be happy with just reaching the final. It needs to be won. That big fish needs to come home up this time around.
And I also believe it can bring about peace in the fan base, you know. Who can win that thing? Bring about peace.
That's actually a very good point, because
it's something that holds the team at like loggerheads, man.
Greetings, Masandawana. We are back with another installment of the Yellow Corner, bringing you our match preview for the big match-defining season of our game. First leg for the CAF Champions League against Far Rabat at Loftus at 4 o'clock on Sunday. Today I'm joined by Malums and one of the members of the Brothers of Peace, Zero, Rapelang. Greetings, gentlemen.
Yeah, feel hot, man.
Hey, Tara. Hola, Malums.
Hey, how's it, gents? I hope you are all good and blessed.
No. I'm good. I'm good, gents. Gents, we can't underestimate what we are upon. Hopefully, come the end, we will be victorious. I just want to start this preview on the back of what we just experienced, I think a couple of days ago, 4 days ago or so, 3 days or so, with our match against TX Galaxy. Thoughts about that game and the outcome of that game and how we performed, and also the players' mentality in terms of what transpired against TX Galaxy.
I think, first of all, the performance on its own, I think it was not pleasing. It was not satisfying, man. And we were still there in terms of the title race, as much as Orlando Pirates had games in hand. But I think how we played on that day, like the display of the performance, I think the bar was low. You look at the type of goals that we considered, man, like those were silly goals that could have been avoided. And also conceding 7 goals in 2 games, man. I think I can't remember the last time we considered those amount of goals in a short space of time. So I think the performance as a whole, I think it was kind of disappointing. And this could have been a preparation for us going to the finals.
Malume, please take us into your confidence about your views.
Gents, in terms of the performance, I felt like we overworked ourselves. We put ourselves under pressure in the past 2 games. The way we approached those 2 games, it's not how we played the season. Like, we put up a mentality of winning the games by a huge margin of goals, whereas we could have done that way earlier in the season. So we put ourselves under pressure in these past 2 games, and more especially when you look at the TS Galaxy one, we were not as much as composed we were supposed to be. We tried to play the game at a very high pace, and it didn't give us the balance, didn't give us a good edge to find our goal for the day. So I feel like that wasn't one of the good performances that we've put out on the day. And going into the final on how we have played, I believe on a psychological factor, going there, I believe we have to use the 24-hour rule, like how our previous coaches has used it. We just have to take whatever we have received and digest it, and put our head again back into the plan, refocus plan for the Champions League. And also the character shouldn't sleep. Like, we should always have the character of believing that we can win this. like how we played our game versus Esperance. So we just apply that same character and push for this one. But more especially now, we look at this game on paper, and it's a concern. It might be a mind game considering how we played versus TS Galaxy. It puts us under pressure, and now we start second guessing our ability to compete at the high level. But understanding that this team is full of professionals, these players need to be psychologically ready. They have to have their minds focused to the final, to the game on Sunday, get overboard of whatever has happened, and also use the home advantage at its best level. And we use our home advantage. We get to intimidate these guys. I believe we can fight the factor of psychologically, Hori, the results that we got in our previous game can play a role against us. Again, the altitude matters the most in this coming game.
No, I hear that. That's a mouthful from you, Malums. That's a mouthful from you. I can tell there's a lot that you need to get off your chest. What I want us to guys to look into, I mean, Raps just raised it now. We consider close to 7 goals in a space of 2 games. With that being said, and the away goal rule factor, do you think it's something that we need to worry about? And I want to put context to this question: is that those games, those 2 games that we consider 7 games into, it's quite evident that our players were very fatigued. It's quite evident that we were chasing the goal difference. A lack of, the schedule that we were playing under was very hectic. Do you think those 7 goals are something that we need to worry about, considering the away goal factor when we go into this first leg with Far Rabat?
Yeah, I think it is very concerning, Hotman. I think it is very concerning, and it poses a lot of different questions in our defense, and also in how we've approached this past 2 games. And I think you are correct, because of the approach was different in the last 2 games, because of we were chasing that goal difference for us. So we had to change our approach. We had to play differently in order for us to try and catch up in terms of the goal difference, because of we needed a lot of goals. We needed to attack more, and sometimes attacking more it creates opportunities for the opponents as well. But one thing that concerns me the most is some of the goals that we considered should be avoided. Like we should have, like they were not there for a taking for the opponent. So some of the goals, man, were silly mistakes from our defense, man. So I think going forward against yes, far. We need to box smart. We need to be solid at the back. We need to be like be smooth. Like try to keep it safe, because sometimes we overplay and we create chances for the opponents. Like the one and Damas where I tried to make a back pass to William. Like some of those goals should have been avoided. So it is very worrying, because of we know like what. Goal difference does to the away team when we are playing at Pretoria. So it is very, very concerning, and I'm worried. But with that being said, I believe that we need to fix our mistakes at the back and try to be solid, because of keeping a clean sheet. It gives us an advantage to get the goals, because of once we become solid, then it gives us confidence to go out there and try to score as many goals as we can.
Malums?
On my side, I feel like this is a sign of negligence. We have put our target under threat, to which is something we haven't been doing in the past 2 seasons. We used to deny our opponents any chance to come close to our target. We deny you like any chance that you give us a threat, you give us a shocker. So I feel like it's a bad omen that we go into a final and you have conceded 7 goals in a back-to-back games. And then also I saw from Opta Jabu that the last time we conceded 3+ goals back-to-back, it was in 2008. That's a long time. We have put up a team that is very good in defending with the ball. We have put our opponents in a way that there's survivor now they face us. We've put ourselves in a position that if they can get one, the second one can always come. So I feel like that was like negligence. That was downplaying our abilities of getting the better of the opponent. So you go into a final and then you have conceded so much goals. It puts the guys that you are going to be playing at an advantage that if they can concede 3 goals at home, 4 goals to say at home, and then we can always get that one away goal as ASFAR coming to South Africa. So they do have their hope now. Those guys, they have considered 7. So getting 1 goal, that one away goal for them, it's a possible factor. And then to us, it puts us under pressure that now we would need to score 2+ goals away to ASFAR. And when you consider them in their last 2 games, in their last 5 league games, they have conceded 6 goals, and then we have conceded 8. So our defense hasn't been doing so very well, and theirs is doing a bit much better, even though the difference it's 2 goals. So 2 goals, it's something that I believe we should be taking an advantage of playing at home. We get 2 goals, and then we put this whole idea they can come up with a away goal, and then it will give them an advantage. I think that's where we have to look at it. Take away all the deficiencies that we've put in, and try to match their previous opponents. There's a game that they won 3-2. That game, the opponents didn't give them any breather. Like, they threw everything on top of them. They turned their defense to face their goalpost. So I believe also we have to do that, just to try and avoid the account of Futi they can get an away goal.
Very, very, very valid points, Malume. You know, these 2-legged games are very, very hectic. What I want to bring forward while you guys are speaking about the amount of goals that we have leaked and the concerns that we have, and after this guy that our coach spoke about, there were angles, game achievements that leaked to Kai. You know, our coach with the guy once in a while. Do you think Far Rabat now, they've got a blueprint on how to, you know, to beat Mamelodi Sundowns? You know, after what they've witnessed, obviously, I'm sure they were watching our games very closely in terms of our performance. Do you think they've got a blueprint? I just want a brief answer from either one of you. I'll let Malume go first on this one.
The games that we have played have like highlighted our deficiencies. That defensively, under pressure, we tend to crack. So any good club could use this to their advantage. If we can lessen the pressure to ourselves, like don't put ourselves under pressure. Like use the ball much better in our defensive areas. If it needs us to launch it forward, let's launch it forward and regroup for those second balls, or regroup for that clear out. So I think, and also yet again, they are also struggling, as I've mentioned, that they have conceded 6 goals in their last 5 thing. So if we are going to be able to also push them in a position that we put them under pressure, so they will approach us in a cautious manner. And once you approach us in a cautious manner, then also it will allow us a lesser of pressure going to this game.
Raps?
I wouldn't say like they got the blueprint there, because of how we approach games. It differs, like how we approach Gamia, Celtics, TS Galaxy might be different to the one year the CAF Champions League, because of those were two league games whereby we were desperate to get goals. This is a CAF Champions League final. Like the approach will be different because of this is a final. We must win it by all cost, and also it has 2 legs. So I wouldn't say they got the blueprint, but I think they have something that might help them to use it to their own advantage, looking at those clicks that they might have got. But saying they got the blueprint, I disagree, man. I disagree because of the approach into this final might be different to how we approached our two previous games in the league.
Yeah, no. I also share those sentiments already. I think how we'll approach this game will be totally different to how we approached the last two PSL Betway Premiership games that we played. Your thoughts, gents. Anyone can go first, but also just try and keep it brief. Your thoughts on what your expectation is from both us and our opponent, and the impact of the atmosphere, knowing very well that it's a sold out match. It's a sold out match. Tickets were not sold were not given away for free. Directly premium price. Thoughts on what your expectations are, gents? Any one of you can go first.
Well, I believe in this game, the game will be won in the midfield, because when you look at their front three, they pose a very good threat. Muslim, Hadraf, they are very good with the ball, and then they are very good also dribblers. So I believe the game is gonna be decided on the midfield. If one of the two teams' midfield is good, then definitely their front three will also pose a good threat. So I believe if we have Debza and Jay Welsing, they'll be able to bully Himrat, Bemba, and Hatraf, and then the game will be favorable to us. We know how the quality of Himrat and also Bemba has been very good in their defensive duties. They're on the 6 area, in the number 6 area. So I think if we are equally good as well, we defend very well, and then we put them in a position that they defend facing their goals, then it's an area whereby we can capitalize on, because they struggle in defending facing their goals, or they struggle in a sense that when the team that is they are facing is playing on a transition. So also creating those 1v1s would be key, and then I want the player that was gonna be playing our right wing to put Kainero into discomfort. Like, Kainero is one of the good left backs, the Zimbabwean and the Mozambican. So if we can put him under discomfort, also not to allow him to overlap, to go up and trouble Umudao, we can also have an edge in creating 1v1s and creating an overloading, and also creating chances. So once we got into 1v1s, we need to dribble in a sense that it will successful, and then go past their defense, and then have a better range of their shot. And also, we need, as fans, we need to create an atmosphere that is uncomfortable to the opponents. Like, we need to be fully there for 120 minutes, provided that there is VAR and all those things. So we need to put the opponents in under discomfort, and then we need to push our boys as well. So if we push our boys, and then our boys play up a good match, and then our opponents get under pressure, the atmosphere, the altitude, everything has to be equally good on Sunday. We need to go into this game and be able to move the blocks, create the overloads, runs, find the pockets. We just need to be as good as possible.
I certainly agree. Perhaps your thoughts, please.
I think this AS Far side would want to take an advantage of a wounded Mamelodi Sundowns. But I think for Mamelodi Sundowns, I think this is a perfect opportunity for the players and the team as a whole to redeem themselves, man, because of this is the last game of the season we are playing at home. So, like the fans, when they leave that stadium, there should be joy amongst the fans as well as the players, man. But for ASFA, I feel they come into this game knowing that how crucial it is to score an away goal. I think as much as they might sit back and wait for certain moments to attack, but they know that an away goal will give them an advantage when there's a second leg. And Malum spoke about them defending, facing their own goals. Against in the previous game against is it Suna, they considered from an own goal, and that own goal came from a situation whereby there was an attack from Suna, and there was a cross that was played between the defense and the goalkeeper, and that led to an away goal. So those are some of the things that Sanders should take advantage of. And Malum spoke about the battle in the middle field. I think they have a good middle field, these guys. And one thing I've witnessed about them is that their attack, it starts from the middle. Once they progress closer to the box, they switch the ball wide and they bring in those crosses. And we know very well, already, the crosses, it is a huge advantage to the North. African side, I mean, because of they have tall and mobile strikers that can position themselves very well inside the box. And one thing I saw from this ES5 as well is that they can fancy their chances outside the box. They can take those shots outside the box, and sometimes it might work for them. And they have this number 19, Jalal Eddin, who scored 2 goals against Husa. And those 2 goals, it was provided by their number 9, which is Borik. Like, he scored 2 goals, and the striker assisted in those 2 goals. So it shows that their striker is not about scoring, but it also can make other players around him to benefit and score those 2 goals. And one thing I've seen about this number 19, he is short, but his movement inside the box, his anticipation, like those goals that he scored, they might look easier on the eye because of they were just tap-ins, but he had to make a good decision in terms of the movement and the positioning inside the box. But as for Mamelodi Sundowns, I think we know that this game, it is a last push. So last push means that we need to leave everything on the pitch. Like we need to go all out and ensure when we come out of Loftus, like we come out with a positive result. And the mentality and the approach as well should be positive, because of losing your 2 previous games and going into this big final, you need to be switched on mentality, because of some of these games, they are not won technically or tactical, they are won through mentality. Like the team that has positive mentality stand a chance of going all out and becoming the champions. And like I've said, this is a good moment to redeem ourselves. There's no better opportunity than winning the CAF Champions League and final. And on Facebook, I think during the week, I saw a post saying, the last time we won the CAF Champions League, our previous game, we lost against Vets. I think we lost 3-1 or 3-0 in Mbombela. It was the MTN 8 final. So hopefully, what we saw during that period, it might be a repetition whereby we become champions of the CAF Champions League. And at the back, we need to be solid. We should not give away silly chances. When Malum spoke about how it was difficult for the opponents to break Mamelodi Sundowns in the past. It was very difficult for the opponents to come near our box. But this season, man, it is much easier for us to be exposed and to be penetrated in the middle. So we need to be solid, we need to be safe, and we should not give opponents silly chances. They should work twice as harder for them to create goal scoring opportunities. And I spoke about them switching the ball wide and playing those crosses into the box. I think our fullbacks, man, they should show great anticipation in terms of when the ball moves wide to the wingers, the likes of Mudau and Mudiba. They should try and get closer to the forwards of the ASFA so that we are able to block those crosses coming into our box. And lastly, this game whereby Santos will be crucial, man. I think one thing about Santos, he gives us creativity from deep positions because of he can drop a little bit and play a diagonal ball into the box or play that cross into the box. So I think he'll be crucial, and also using the ball position effectively because of, we know that we are going to dominate the ball position, but we need to use it effectively, great goal scoring opportunities, and also like be clinical when you get those chances. Because of one thing that made us to draw against Kaizer Chiefs, we got two early big chances, ne? And we failed to capitalize, and the rest was history. So in this game, like the early chance that we get, we should bury that chance, man. Like the sooner we score, the better. Because of another thing, to end it, another thing that I've witnessed about this type of games, like these youth games, when we don't get that early goal, the fans becomes frustrated. And when the fans becomes frustrated, it rubs off to the players as well. Like we started to panic, and that's not what we want to see in this final. So the early goal will give us an advantage and will help us to settle very well into the game, man.
No, I agree, and I can sense you want to give us your lineup, Raps. You've been hinting which players should do what on the field, so I will give it to you. Please share with us your lineup, not what Cardoso will do, but your preferred lineup. Before you do that, I just want to keep share with you guys that there's a possibility that obviously Grant high because of the suspension. Cupido Barwa Jima, but I'm not sure if he will be able to participate. Just want to share that, not he's ruled out, but just to keep that in mind. Please, could you share your lineup with us, Raps?
I'll have Ronwen as my number one, and my back four I'll have Kuli. So if Cupido is not fit and available, I'll have Johannes with Ndamani, who has been a regular as well. Then my left back I'll have Mudiba. Then my midfield two I'll have Mukwena and Adams. Then the attackers, my front four, I'll have Salis, I'll have Santos, I'll have Matthews, then my number 9 will be Leon.
Fair enough. Malums, good work, players, we should be playing behind them, balls behind defenders and whatnot. Please share with us your lineups.
Yeah, it's quite tricky there at the back, considering the unavailability of few players. But I don't see us experimenting. I believe we're gonna have Ronwens, we're gonna have Muriba Ndamane, and for me, I think I'm using Mudawu as a center back, and I'm using Morena as a right back. But knowing that we don't have to experiment, I believe Cupido is going to play this game. It's going to be a surprise package, Cupido. So my back four, it's going to be Mudiba and Amane, Cupido, and Mudau. And then we have Grootman, Jaden Adams, and Debs the landlord. I have Santos, I have Morena, and I have Leon and Teshak Matthews.
No. Much understood, gents. Just to participate in my lineup will go as follows. It will be Ronza, it will be Kuliso. Obviously, it's either Johannes or Cupido in that right center back. It will be Ndamani, it will be Mdiba. I'll have Linna, Debza, and Adams. I'll go for Kutwanu or on our right side. I will put Santos, I will put Tesh, then I will also have Leon in the lineup. Gents, Rapsu Wileka, the omen that happened before Kadevets game last time we won this big fish. And obviously we're hoping that omen Itlar Fivara will play out again the same way and get us the result that we need. Your predictions for this first leg encounter, gents?
I think will win 3-1.
Whoa, okay.
I
Malums?
think 2026 is our 2026, not 2026 is our 2016. I don't believe in superstitions. I believe in the moment. I believe in the now. So we have to play the game in the now, not in the then or what happened. So we're winning this game 2-0. Clean, 2-0.
Nice one, gents. I'm glad to get positive results. My prediction for this game, I would concur with you, Malum. I think we're keeping a clean sheet. I think it's a 2-0 win for the first leg, and hopefully the boys do well and give us a proper advantage going into the second leg, because that away goal, we need to avoid it by all means, that Rabat doesn't get it. Gents, with that being said, I just want to wish all the boys all the best of luck. This one, I don't think it's more tactical. It's a mentality game. You need your BMT, you need your BMT. And the fans that are going out there, may we please refrain from being nervous. And because that nervousness that we have will, in one way or another, filter into the boys. May we keep on encouraging them, support them throughout the match, as group, and may we all be in sync, supporting for the entire 95 minutes, and not be worried about the officials. May we win this game for ourselves. And like Rab said, may it be a result that allows the fans to go home with joy at the end of the match. With that in closing, I just want to say good luck to the team, good luck to the fans that are going. May it be safe for you guys. Good luck to the technical team also. Raps, Malums, thank you for joining me today, guys. To everyone, sharp Masandawana, sharp Raps, sharp Malums.
Sharp Masandawana, sharp Mahodmani.